Renée Zellweger, welcome to Movies and Musicals, and congratulations on your stunning performance in Judy.
Thank you.
The first thing, I remember seeing the image of you initially as Judy and then the trailer, and my next question was going to be, is Renée doing her own singing? I was so thrilled you were, and I wondered about capturing Judy in performance, not just mimicking her, because as we know, she sang from the heart. How did you do it?
Oh, wow, that's a really good question. It felt like, I don't know, the whole process was this shared series of experiments with the different departments. And so her essence felt very much alive on that set every day. Every day her music was playing. We would be listening to vocal recordings. We would listen to interviews that she'd given or be watching bits from her television show. And I think before long we were all sort of wearing the spirit of Judy and listening to, being immersed in her legacy in that way. I think things just sort of became very familiar. I think they sort of became habit just out of this ongoing conversation.
It's interesting looking at this part of her life. On paper, it can just seem addiction issues, custody issues, no money, no home. Was part of this for you to show the human side of her, to show Judy as a human being?
Very important to me. Very important to me. And I was thrilled when I met with Rupert Gould, the director, and David Livingstone, the producer, to understand what was motivating them to want to tell this story. Rupert, who is a theater director, has been up close with performers for such a long time. And he wanted to recognize the cost of performance, especially in a person who performed on such a high level for so many decades without stopping. I mean, what does that look like, especially at a time when women had no agency over the professional decisions that are being made for them and the consequences of the choices that are being made for them, especially for Judy at such a young age. And for me, the opportunity to sort of contextualize the circumstances of her life, to subvert the notion that she was tragic. Because there's always more to a story, isn't there?
Exactly. We have to mention Irish actress Jessie Buckley alongside you in this movie, playing Judy's assistant. Looks like you got on like a house on fire.
She's incredible. She's incredible. I mean, never mind that she's a superstar, and never mind that she sings like, nobody's business. But she's a wonderful person.
And her role, the assistant to Judy, literally pushing her on that first night, an important person in her life.
Rosalind, certainly. Yeah. Certainly. She's was around, we spoke with her and met her. She's regal. She's exquisite. What a wonderful storyteller.
I remember watching you in Toronto when the premiere happened, and you were quite overcome with the standing ovation, but I can understand why, because you never know, do you, before you put a movie in front of an audience, how they're going to react.
No, and we only finished a couple of months ago with respect to the record and post-production and everything else. So it'd been this ongoing, process for a couple of years. And you just, I don't know, the self-imposed sense of responsibility to not get it wrong. And just thinking about all of the things that could very definitely potentially go very wrong. And then in that moment realizing, oh, wait, this is something that's going to be shared. It's not this insular experiment that we were sharing for all of this time.
And relief, they love it.
It was just so nice, because this whole thing felt like a fluid, ongoing celebration of Judy. And it felt like, oh my gosh, they joined in the expression of love for her in that moment. And it was just so joyous.
A final question, Renée. Your favorite Judy song to sing in this movie?
Oh, I liked The Man That Got Away, which didn't quite make the film, but I loved The Man That Got Away and the experience of sharing Rainbow with the actors who played the audience at the Hackney Empire after filming all of those performance sequences and sharing stories and celebrating her together to then recreate that moment in time. It was a moment I won't forget.
Well, beautiful choices. Congratulations again, Renée Zellweger. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much. It's nice to see you.